What's up YouTube? My name is Isha. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about how I got out of my decade-plus long depression in hopes that you can begin to get out of your depression starting today. As I said in other videos, I had depression, anxiety, PTSD for a very long time. I'm talking over a decade long. And I remember waking up feeling hopeless, worthless, miserable, in fear of what the day might bring. I felt ashamed of myself. I felt guilty. I felt remorse. I felt paranoid, everything. I felt everything. And I was wondering, why should I keep living? Why do I even keep living and suffering through all of this pain? It wasn't actually until I had my daughter Adeline, who's going to be 2 in October, that I began to see the value of life for her, the value of my life. And I realized that if I didn't take care of myself, all of my pain, all of my problems would be transferred down to her, and she would bring on my problems as her own, just like what happened to me as a kid. I also knew that she was totally dependent on me. Therefore, she deserved to have a happy mom. So it was shortly after having Adeline and looking down at her and just realizing that I needed to get my life together or she would be miserable. And although my life was somewhat put together on the outside, I still was a mess internally. I noticed that there were people who transformed their lives after going through the similar things as what I went through. And I started to think, how can I do that too? A lot of my inspirations are Christians, and what got them to begin living their best life was first with a single prayer. And so I prayed to God after I hadn't prayed to God for a very long time, and I prayed that God would show me where I should go with my life from the point I was at. And what He first revealed to me was to begin to develop a relationship with myself. Not in a way that's conceited or that takes away from having a relationship with Him first, but just to begin to love myself. And what that looked like first was to remove the toxicity out of my life. So that meant I had to remove some, toxic people, and that included friends, family. I had to change jobs. I really had to turn my life around in order to put myself in healthy environments and around positive people, because it's so true. Like, who you hang out with is what you become. And so if you're hanging out with people who are making poor decisions and they're not positively impacting you, maybe it's time to find some new friends. But before I could begin to find new friends, I needed to first learn how to take care of myself. I wasn't taking care of myself to my fullest potential. And although maybe one day I would put all my effort into, feeling good, looking good, and doing my personal development, the next day I would just lose it. The thing is, you have to be consistent with it. So my self-care looks like, taking care of my outside appearances, obviously, brushing my hair, something that I couldn't even do when I was very mentally ill. I couldn't even take care of myself fully. And taking care of my body, so replenishing my body with healthy foods and nourishing my body. Exercise, it's the best stress relief there is, and I believe that God has given us exercise to use for stress relief, as well as pleasure. So those were the things that I needed to do first. The next thing that I worked on, and that was revealed to me, was I needed to feel empowerment. And the importance of empowerment is that it's almost like the starting point of your motivation. It's like the thing that gives you momentum to move forward and get motivated and take back your life. So how did I feel empowered? The first thing I did was I shared my story, and although it was a very messy way to share my story and I was not rational minded, I did it. And the thing with sharing my story, it helped me connect with the people that I have connected with today. And also, it almost cut my pain in half. So I had been carrying all this pain, all this shame, all this hurt, and by me sharing my story, it was like a release. Like, I'm giving it to the world, and hopefully people can learn something from this or gain something from this or relate to this. And yes, it might have been in a not the most rational way, because I did it through an Instagram post, and but I did connect with the people that I know today. Another thing that helped me feel empowered was taking responsibility over my life, over my mind, body, spirit, and my relationships. And by taking responsibility, I no longer was playing that victim card, like, why does everything have to happen to me like this? Why does everything things like that. Instead, by taking responsibility, it allows you to see the world for what it really is. Like, life is hard. Life is very hard, and it's not easy for some of us and hard for others. It's hard for all of us on different levels and different situations, of course. We are not guaranteed anything. No one owes us anything, not even an apology. You know what I mean? And by taking responsibility, it allows us to, it is what it is. Like, it is what it says. You're taking responsibility over your life, and therefore you're not the victim anymore. Like, you choose, in a sense, you choose your own destiny. You choose your own fate. Hopefully with the help of God, of course, and God's will. And then another thing was, like I said, finding my passions and my interests. When I was depressed and anxious, I didn't enjoy anything at all. Like, I lost interest for everything, and I lost myself in the process. And I had to regain focus of, what does Ishel like to do? Well, I knew that I liked to work out. I knew that I had a spirit to help people. I knew that I had gone through some stuff that I'm sure other people have gone through as well, who are in silence. And I wasn't in silence anymore because I shared my story. And I felt like I could help those people. So these are the things that I have found interest in and passions in, as well as, blogging and taking pictures and workout videos and social media. These are my hobbies. These are my passions. And every single day, these are the things that I look forward to. Whereas in the past, I had nothing to look forward to, So find something that you enjoy doing, that makes you happy, that gives you a bit of a challenge, but you look forward to it every single day. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss a day without doing what you're interested in and what makes you happy. Because, I don't want to miss a day of doing this kind of stuff. Like, in the past, I couldn't even roll out of bed. And now that I have a reason to wake up out of bed every single day, despite, obviously I have my daughter that makes me extremely happy, and the people who are around me that make me really happy these days, which leads me into gratitude. I know that a lot of us, when we are depressed, we can't find a single reason to live, but I want you to know there are people who love you. There are people who need to hear your particular story. There are people who are willing to help you and be a light to you. The thing is, we have to hold on. We have to keep holding on. I understand, I used to be so depressed, I wanted to kill myself, like I said. And what kept me holding on was just that little inkling of hope that tomorrow might be a better day. If you keep holding on to that hope that tomorrow will be a better day, or you can change your life and you can surround yourself with happier things, happier environments, you too can take back your life and want to live again. It's so possible. Find gratitude in the little things. If it's your cat, then be grateful for your cat. If it's your morning coffee, then by all means, you have to see the good. You have to hold on. I understand that you might be in a place of your life right now where you don't even see a thing good with your life, but I want you to know there are always good things in this life. It could be the trees, the birds, the animals. It could be the sunshine, anything. Just keep holding on to that hope. I mean, there are people out there who would love to have your life. I mean, think of it like that. Like, there are people out there who are starving, who can't even have water. You know what I mean? And so, like, if you can find gratitude in even just having water, then by all means. I know that this is not easy. I know that it's hard to roll out of bed when you're so depressed. Trust me, I know. I totally know. But there is hope. And I am here to tell you that there is hope, because I once have been where you were. Not that long ago either. And like, even in a matter of months, you can change your life. You can pick up the pen and rewrite your life anytime you want. Also, stop saying yes to the things that you don't like. If there are people in your life who are sucking the energy out of you and keep asking you for favors and you see nothing in return, and granted, yes, we're not supposed to be doing things for the people without anything in return, but there are people who suck the energy out of you. I mean, it's just the facts of life. So if you keep saying yes to things that you don't like, stop saying yes. Start saying no. Take a stance, you know. The more you say yes to things you don't like, the more you're filling your time with things that you don't like. And of course you're going to get depressed. Of course it's going to take a toll on your mental health. So I'm going to end on that. And if you have any other suggestions for other people who might be watching my video, or, you know, feedback, comments, concerns, anything, please drop them in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I will catch you guys next time.